Steve Jobs did not grow up like other kids. He saw the world differently, He lived in a place that buzzed with new ideas. This place was later called Silicon Valley. His adoptive father, Paul Jobs, was a mechanic. He taught Steve how to work with his hands. They would take apart radios and televisions in the family garage. Steve learned to appreciate elegant design and precise craftsmanship. He saw beauty in how things were put together. This early exposure to electronics was not just a hobby. It was the beginning of a lifelong passion. His curiosity was endless. He was drawn to the Heathkit projects his father brought home. These were kits that let you build your own electronics. For Steve, this was magic. It showed him that complex technology could be understood. It could be controlled by ordinary people. He saw that the power of electronics was not just for big companies or governments. It could belong to everyone. He started spending time with other kids who shared his passion, like Steve Wozniak, who was a true electronics wizard. Their friendship was a perfect match of vision and skill, a combination that would soon change the world in ways no one could yet imagine. The story of Apple Computer begins in a very humble place. It started in the garage of Steve Jobs' family home in Los Altos, California. This garage was more than just a workspace. It was a sanctuary for innovation. It was where Jobs and Wozniak turned their shared dream into a tangible reality. Wozniak was the brilliant engineer. He had designed a remarkable computer circuit board. It was elegant, simple, and powerful. Jobs was the visionary. He saw the potential beyond the circuit board. He knew it wasn't just for hobbyists. He believed it could be a complete personal computer that anyone could use. They called their first creation the Apple I. It was essentially a pre-assembled motherboard. Users still had to provide their own keyboard, monitor, and case. To fund their project, Jobs sold his Volkswagen van, and Wozniak sold his prized HP calculator. They poured everything they had into this new venture. Their first big order came from the Byte Shop, a local computer store. The owner, Paul Terrell, ordered 50 computers, but he wanted them fully assembled, not just as kits. This vision led to the Apple II. It was designed to be a consumer appliance, not a piece of intimidating technical equipment. Jobs obsessed over every detail, from the color of the case to the smooth curved edges. The Apple II was an enormous success. It became one of the first mass-produced personal computers and truly launched the company. It opened up computing to a whole new audience: students, families, and small business owners. The path to success was not easy. Apple faced immense challenges from the very beginning. One of the biggest hurdles was money. Building computers required significant capital for parts, manufacturing, and marketing. Jobs and Wozniak had started with almost nothing. Jobs had to use his incredible persistence and salesmanship to secure funding. They were a tiny startup competing against established giants. Companies like IBM dominated the world of computing. The idea that a small company from California could challenge these titans seemed impossible to many. Internal conflicts also tested the young company. Jobs' intense and demanding personality often created friction. He had an uncompromising vision for what Apple products should be. He was famously forced out of Apple in 1985, a devastating blow that would have crushed most people. This period of exile, however, proved to be a time of immense growth. The competition was relentless. After the success of the Apple II, other companies rushed to enter the personal computer market. IBM launched its own PC, which quickly captured a large market share. The personal computer revolution, spearheaded by visionaries like Steve Jobs, fundamentally reshaped our world. It changed how we work, breaking down the confines of the traditional office. The way we learn was also transformed. Computers entered classrooms, providing students with interactive tools and access to a universe of information. Communication underwent a profound evolution. The rise of email and later the internet, all accessed through personal computers, connected the globe in an instant. From Steve Jobs' incredible journey, young people today can draw powerful lessons. The first lesson is to follow your curiosity and passion. Jobs didn't start with a plan to get rich. He started by exploring what he loved. A second crucial lesson is to believe in your vision, even when others don't. Jobs faced constant doubt from investors, competitors, and even his own colleagues, but he held an unshakable belief in the power of personal computing. The third lesson is to focus on the user experience. Jobs obsessed over making technology simple, elegant, and intuitive. He knew that how a product makes you feel is as important as what it does. This principle applies to anything you create. Whether you are designing an app, starting a business, or writing a story, always put yourself in the user's shoes. Strive for simplicity and quality, and you will create something that people truly love.